Hello, can everybody hear me? This is Anson with your My Essential System boot camp. If you could just add in the chat box that you can see, or not see, I haven't shared my screen yet, but you can hear me. Okay, awesome. All right, so we're gonna get started here, just waiting for everybody to hop on. This should be a quick hello, Shelly, Debbie, hello, Terry, Cindy, Joy, Heather, Caroline. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Okay, let's see who else joined. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I know that we promised these boot camps to be kind of quick and to the point, very focused. So what I wanted to go over today, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, is I wanted to go over a feature in your My Essential System office that is extremely useful but can get a bit confusing. So, and that is the topic of categories. So as you can see, I'm on the home page of the My Essential System office. And what I want to do is I want to first explain like what a category is. So a category is basically, if you think about like a file cabinet, like a traditional file cabinet that you might have in your house or at work. And inside the file cabinet, when you pull open the drawer, there's like several files, right? And so the categories are basically those files that you would insert into your contact manager to organize your contact manager. There's many ways people use categories. Like, let's say you wanted to kind of measure your marketing efforts. So let's say you go to a networking event and then you're texting people and then you're buying an ad and then you're holding a class on Facebook. You're doing all these different things to bring people into the business, show the Young Living presentation, and you want to be able to track like which one is producing the most results. So you would create a category, a file basically for all those different marketing efforts so that you could then go into your contact manager and say, hey, well, how many people do I have from my Facebook class? Or how many people do I have from the networking event that have gone to my website and seen basically whatever I've shared with them, whether it's a getting started funnel or the home detox or essential rewards, whichever one of the websites that you're sending them to, they would then opt in and then they would go into that category in your contact manager. So I'm going to kind of show you guys the whole process. Another way people use the categories is also to, as almost like an organization system on who to call back, right? Or who to work with that particular day. So they'll literally create a category for every day of the month. And then, so let's say you had a category for every day. So tomorrow morning, I would look into the category of the 16th, and I would, whoever I had put into that category, into that file, would show up, and then I would follow up with them, whatever that the step or the action you are to do with them, you would the category would basically help you keep that organized. So let's go ahead and give you a little bit more of substance behind it. So I'm going to go through the whole process of creating a category, and then also, okay, I got a message that said I don't have sound. Does anybody else not hear me? Let me know. Hear you. Okay, so I have sound. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to go through the whole process, right? We're going to create the category. We're going to then opt into the whatever website that I've created for that category, and then we're going to find it in the contact manager. So to create the category, you're going to go to the Tools menu bar. Okay, now you'll see kind of towards the top of this page that there are different tabs, and so we want to go to the Category tab. Okay, so then you can either create new prospect category or you can list your prospect categories. To create the category, you just click on that button, and then you just oops, hold on. You just name the category. Okay, so this could be team member, it could be Facebook class, it could be like literally anything that you are doing in your business, you can create a category for. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys are fully tracking with like what a category is. And if you're not, wait towards the end because I think it'll be more real to you once I've gone through the whole process. So that's how you would create a category. I've already created a category here. So I'm just going to click on list my categories. Okay, so the category already created is called My Team, right? So this could be a category for your team members, right? So let's say you have, you have this downline that you want to re-engage. So you would create maybe a category for My Team, and then maybe send them the start funnel, and then you'll be able to track, right, how many of your downline team members have actually gone to the website and seen the website, okay? So whenever you create a category, it creates what we call a unique URL, okay? Now it says toolsrock.com because the parent company, the company that created My Essential System is called ToolsRock, but all you're gonna do, and this is very important to kind of pay attention to, right? So you have this unique identifier at the end of every category with the question mark and then a series of numbers, okay? So you want to copy that question mark and series of numbers, okay? And then when you go to your website, okay, so let's just say for this example, My Team, I'm sending my team to the start funnel. So I'm going to click on the start button here. And then I'm going to go to step 2 capture page right here. Okay. So this is the capture page. Now, all we do is we come to the end of the URL with our cursor. You can see the blinking cursor there. And then I'm going to paste. Okay. So now it's pasted that unique identifier onto the end of the URL. And then I'm going to click return. Okay. So it basically refreshes the screen. Okay, so now when I opt in, okay, so this is going to be okay, so now I put my information in. Now again, this is going to be your team member who's going to be putting their information in. And I click Let's Go. And so that's going to take me into the Getting Started website. Okay. So now if we go back into the Contact Manager, so I'm back in the My Essential System office. Okay. And I click on Contacts. Now, here's also something important to just remember is that when you click on Filter, all your categories are going to show up. Now, these categories where it says MES, 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 these are all created with the system. So everybody has these categories already created, right? And so you have your, free oils, oops, I got paid, flawless and 5. So those are, everybody has those categories. Whenever somebody opts into those pages, they automatically go into that category. But here, I've created this category called My Team. So anytime you create a category and you click on Filter, that category is going to show up in this area. Okay? So now you just click on My Team, and there is the test I just did, right? So I just opted in under Anson Test, okay? And this is the email I put in there. So now you can track how many of your My Team category people have gone to the website and opted in, okay? So it's a very, very handy tool to organize your contact manager as well as to, kind of measure what's working, what's not working. It's also a great way to, for this example, if we're actually sending this to our downline, we know exactly who's taking action and who's not. Right? So if you send it to 10 people in your downline saying, hey, I really want you to see some other amazing things that you can do with Young Living products, take a look at this website, and 4 of them go to it and opt in, well, you'll know which 4 are actually interested in learning about, kind of the new fun things that they can do with Young Living oils or Young Living products, right? So the other thing too is I'm going to expand this, okay? And if I come down to category, let me expand category here. Why is this? My screen froze up on me. Sorry. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So you see now it's in a category called My Team. And then it's also in the category MES Custom Path Start Opt-in. So that basically means that the website, which is the start website that we used, and then I attach that unique identifier, which then also puts them in the category of My Team. Okay, so they're now in 2 categories, which is totally fine. Hold on. And you can, again, filter by the categories. So, and if you ever wanted to, like, let's say you had somebody in the category of, so here's another example of how to use categories. You would use them in the sales process. Like, let's say you had a category for, doesn't have the money right now, or, no money right now, or a category of like seeing the presentation, or, whatever part of the sales process and you wanted to like move them from one category to the next, right? You would just click on add or remove, right? So if I wanted to remove them from My Team, I would just click on remove, click on My Team, and then say remove from category, okay? So pretty simple stuff, but very, very useful when you start really kind of outflowing and marketing and getting lots of people into your contact manager, because like I said, it's great to keep your database very organized, and also great to see what's working, what's not working. We talked about maybe a week ago or so about statistics and making sure you're tracking your statistics. Well, this is going to help even further in tracking, right? So we talk about how many people do we have to talk to get to reach a certain volume goal, okay? Well, so let's say we identify, okay, we have to talk to 50 people. Well, maybe you can't talk to 50 people at the grocery store, but you could talk to 5, and then maybe you talk to 5 at the gym, and then you talk to another 10 on Facebook, and then you talk to another 10 on Instagram, right? So those are all, you can separate those into categories, so you can see, hey, are my efforts at the gym working? Are my efforts on Facebook working, right? So that is today's boot camp. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to kind of think of some areas of your business that you are going to market in, or that you need more organization in, right? A really good one to start with is My Team, or team members, right? Because you have a downline already, and maybe they're active, but if they're not, why don't we start to, we've already said, hey, we've gone through how to reignite your downline, right? So let's create a category so that we can track that, and that we can then, follow up accordingly based on that. So go ahead and identify like three areas that that you're marketing in, right? So let's say you're doing face-to-face or home meetings. Maybe that's one category. Let's say you're doing some social media. That's another category, right? And then let's say the third is, your downline, right? So that would be a third category. So go ahead and identify those categories, and then create the categories, and then make sure at least one person from each of those categories, opts in, so that you can kind of see how this whole thing can unfold. And then you're going to want to find that person in your contact manager. And again, you're going to go to filter. Once you click on filter, your category will show up here. Then you just click on the category, and then you'll see that person there. Okay, so that is it for today. Is there any questions? I know that for a lot of people, this can get kind of confusing, especially the part where you have to like copy that unique identifier and paste it to your to your webinar or your link. So definitely do that as practice, right? So, with your partner, go ahead and, obviously, before you get on the phone or in contact with your partner, go ahead and create the categories. And then with your partner, just practice emailing or texting them that link with the unique identifier. Okay. Yeah, we won't delete this. I want to make sure we'll leave it up a few more days than normal because I know that this gets pretty technical. And actually what I'll do real quick is I'm just going to review it with everyone. So first step is tools. Okay. And then from there, you're going to click on categories. Okay. Then you're going to click on create the category. And then once you click on, well, I just clicked on list, but once you click on create category, it's pretty simple. Now, for some reason, every time I click on something, it puts me back to social. So if it does that on your computer, if it keeps going back to social, just click on category again, and it looks like it will remember where you are in the process of creating or listing your categories. So once you've created the category, click on list my categories, okay? And then you're going to copy that unique identifier. You're going to go to your websites. I've already got one up. You're going, wait, do I have one up? Yeah, sorry, I don't. This is the inside page. So let's go to, even if it's like, oops, I got paid. Okay, so we're going to go to this one. We're going to paste that unique identifier onto the back of that URL. You're going to press return so it refreshes the screen. Okay.
So you have heard of essential oils, and
when you opt in, right? You opt in, and then you go into your contact manager. You click on the filter button. Sorry, I'm going like faster than my computer's moving. You click on the filter button. You then find your category in the filters. You click on that, and then from there, you find the person that just opted into that unique category. Okay? So again, any questions before I jump off? Okay, are you able to add someone to a category within the contact? Yes. So let's say this person here, this is the one that just opted in. Let's say I had a category as, purchased kit, right? Or maybe purchased a particular kit. So I've talked to this person, they're ready to buy. I just click on add, and then the purchase kit category would be there. And then I would just click on it, and I would click add to category. Okay, any other questions? Okay, guys, well, go ahead and work on those action steps, practice with your partners, get really good at this because it's really a huge help once you guys are just loading up that sales funnel with like 50 people in a week. You're going to want to be able to do this, and you're going to want to be able to track things and keep things nice and organized. Okay, have a great rest of your day, and go blow up your business. Take care. Bye-bye.